Today's story was written by Reddit user OnlineMaster05. This meeting of the Senate of the Galactic Coalition has been demanded by the Suwane Assembly. They state the reason for this is the recently unofficially published documentation of Project Cthulhu. The Suwane delegation has the word, said the speaker standing behind his podium in the middle of the room, pointing to the group of 3 small desks behind which the small reptilians stood. They bowed their head before the one in the middle spoke up. "Thank you," he said before looking around the room. "We all know of the infamous but also notorious human ingenuity and curiousness, and the many innovations and technology they have brought to this community, but in light of recent developments, we think the only acceptable way of proceeding is to officially denounce the Terran Unified Nations by power of the Coalition, with all associated sanctions and punishments under the highest sentence this Senate can enforce." The Senate went rampant. Cries of support as well as opposition came from all directions. Only the humans, as well as the Kirikan and the Balan, the 2 nations under more or less hegemonic rule of the Terrans, stayed silent. "Silence in the Senate," said the speaker with a booming voice. "Swain, elaborate on why you came to this decision." "Gladly," cried one of the ambassadors. "They are getting out of hand. After what they have done here, who can tell how long we have left until they make this galaxy collapse into the black hole in its centre? Or, gods forbid, tear this whole universe asunder. They have shown how close they are to doing it, accidentally or not." "I will assure you our research and security details had everything under control during the whole time the project was ongoing," interrupted one of the humans, standing up from behind his desk. "Do not disrupt the plea of the Swain delegation," warned the speaker, and the ambassador sat back down, earning a serious look from both his colleagues. "If that's what you call under control, then I don't want to know what things must be like to be out of control," shouted the Husan ambassador. "We vote to declare the TUN an immediate galactic-scale threat, and for them to be dealt with as such." He spat, and the Senate went rampant. "Order! Order in the Senate!" shouted the speaker, but nothing could stop these enraged politicians. "Our only chance is united against them," agreed another senator. "Are you all out of your minds?" shouted the Trinifaxi ambassador of the Trinifaxi Trade Union. "What do you think you could do against them if you actually followed through on this shit?" "We of the Iranian technocracy see no cause for any of these measures. We oppose both the Suwane and the Hassan propositions," announced a tall and thin being. "You will doom us all," shouted the Husan senator. "Taking aggressive action against a member of the coalition will only spell your own doom," warned a Coronan ambassador, a broad-built and in ceremonial armour-clad reptile. "They summoned a primordial and interdimensional god only 2 hyperlane jumps from our border. If we don't stop them now, one of their creations will," shouted a Suwane. "This thing they unleashed destroyed 4.5 star systems in a radius of 10 light years. What is to say the next thing they tear out of a black hole will be less disastrous? If you want to throw yourselves at the Terrans, go ahead, but we will not send our defense fleets onto a suicide mission against an enemy that literally, and in all senses of the phrase, has slain a god."